What's going on, everybody? It's your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, deGrom Davis. I'm coming at you again with another New York Mets video. Today's video is going to be part 2 on what I predict our starting lineup to be from 1 to 8, our batting order to be from 1 to 8. In this video, I'm only doing with Francisco Lindor batting first. The reason why I'm doing that is because I did look at his career stats. He played more games batting leadoff than any other position. Of course, second and third was the other positions he batted. He batted fourth sometimes, but mainly in his career, he has more games and more at-bats batting leadoff, so he's more experienced as a leadoff hitter. Number 2, he's the best player on the team. Conforto might have something to say about that, but right now, Francisco Lindor is the best player on the team. Like LA Dodgers, like the 2018 Boston Red Sox, they had their best player batting leadoff, which was Mookie Betts. With that, he has more at-bats in the game. That's the whole point of batting your best player leadoff. Angels could take away from that by batting Mike Trout leadoff. If you bat this person leadoff, whoever's the best player, who's one of the best players in the game, you're going to get him more chances to hit than everybody else on the team. And why wouldn't you? You're paying the guy. If you're going to pay the guy, and we're going to try to extend this guy to one of the highest paid contracts in the game, and the highest paid contract in Mets history. So if we're going to do that, you want your best player at bat more times than not. So of course, batting leadoff. So Francisco Lindor's career, he's always been the best player on his team since he came up for the most part. He batted leadoff, and his numbers batting leadoff, he's batting damn near almost 300 leadoff. Better career stats. He's more comfortable in that position. He switch hits. That's another thing. He gets on base. And he steals bases. So with that, and that's the lost art in this game. I'm not saying that the Mets are probably going to be a team that steals a lot of bases. He's probably the only person that's capable in this lineup, besides probably Nimmo, capable of stealing bases. So with that being said, I'm going to see how the lineup looks if you bat Lindor lead off. Is this the best thing for your team? Is this going to help give him more at-bats, put him more in a winning position, get him on base more for the heavy hitters, Conforto, Alonso, and Smith? Is this going to help our team overall and make us a better team, like how the LA Dodgers were a better team with Mookie Betts batting leadoff? When they got him last year, I'm like, all right, they probably going to bat him third with Bellinger and all this other stuff, but they bat him leadoff, and that's a great, awesome concept, awesome thing that they did, and made the team a lot better and made them unstoppable, and they went along and won a World Series. So why don't we go ahead and do the same thing, put Mr. Lindor, he could switch hit, set the tone for us, and then go ahead and have an awesome season. So I'm going to start off with lineup letter A, okay? Letter A is, of course, number 1, Lindor batting first, switch hitting. Now, number 2 might be a little controversial, but hear me out. All right, he's a right-handed bat with a lot of power, Pete Alonso. The reason why you want to have Alonso batting second is because you're going to see a lot more fastballs, and with Lindor on first base or on base period, this gives him a lot more RBI opportunities. You bat Lindor second. Remember the year 2019 when he went crazy and had 57 home runs, and just had an all-star season. He batted second a lot that year. He batted second for the most part, and he got a lot of fastballs, seen a lot more fastballs than breaking ball, because the meat of the order was behind him. I think he had Cano batting behind him and other players batting behind him, Conforto and stuff like that. So with that, batting him there is going to put him just more in a winning position and more in a position to be productive. If you put him there, he's going to get a lot more fastballs after having to deal with Lindor being on base. He's becoming a potential person to steal. The downfall of that is that, all right, you might have to take more pitches because he's looking to steal. But with that, you're going to get more fastballs in return because you have McNeil, you have other people, big boppers coming behind him that you want to protect, that you want to pretty much focus on protecting Alonso by batting him second. So this is why I would probably look to bat him second, so you can see a lot more fastballs, see a lot better pitches that he can handle, and then pretty much, you know, bring him back to being that winning player that he was 2 years ago instead of having that sophomore slump. I think he's definitely going to have a bounce back season. I think he's a key to our season, to our success. If everybody else plays the way they know how to play, Lindor, Conforto, McNeil, they played in the way they need to play. They normally play, and Alonso steps up and becomes the player that he was a season ago, I definitely think we're going to have a winning season this year. So I say Lindor first, Alonso second. Now, to keep it righty-lefty, and then this lineup right here is going to have 2 lefties batting back-to-back, and it's okay. I think they can handle that situation. Batting number 30 is McNeil, okay? RBI man, going to hit the ball, always going to hit. Here's my yawn. Take your drink, because we're playing our drinking game. Every time I yawn, you take a drink. I record this in the middle of the night, so, you know, I'm always tired and, you know, at work, and I barely get any sleep. So that's my yawn. Take your drink. All right, number 3 is going to be McNeil, playing second base, batting left-handed. Reason why you have him there, because you want that lefty behind Alonso, just to even out the lineup somewhat. But we're going to have back-to-back lefties coming up. McNeil's going to hit for average. He's going to hit 300 plus. He's going to get on base. He's still going to be at least a 350 OBS. Oh, excuse me, a 350 OBP on base percentage. With McNeil batting behind him, even though he doesn't have huge power numbers last year, the year before he did, racking in over 20-something home runs. You don't necessarily have to hit a lot of home runs to bat third anymore. We're not looking for big, huge boppers. We're just looking for people that's going to hit and be productive. And I think McNeil could be productive there. He could drive in nearly 80 runs. He did the year that he in 2019, I think he had like 73, 75 in that range. So you put these 2 guys in front of him. You put McNeil's batting behind him. McNeil's going to drive in some runs. He gets you potentially 80 runs, and I like him batting third if possible. Number 4 is going to be our best hitter, pure hitter, Conforto. You bat him for it. He's going to be in an RBI situation with all these great hitters in front of him. Just is going to put him in a 100 RBI type of air. It's going to put him in 100 to 120 RBI type of air. With this type of people batting in front of him, is just going to make him a lot more money next offseason if he doesn't extend. So I'm definitely thinking you're going to put him in a winning situation by having Conforto batting fourth. Behind him is batting fifth, because I needed another righty in there. And this is an experimental lineup. A lot of people might not like it. It's totally understandable. There's always an option B. But for option A, I have batting fifth, J.D. Davis. Now, if he bounces back and has a great season like how he did back in 2019, I'm referring a lot back to 2019. The reason why I'm more comfortable with this team batting the way that they did in 2019 is because Chili Davis is back on the bench like he was in 2019. He wasn't there last year to help with situational hitting. He's going to be right there in their face if they mess up and help talk them out of that little slump that they get in. So anyway, number 5, J.D. Davis, playing third base. He could have a bounce back season if he could hit anyway about 25 home runs, driving 85 to 90 RBIs, bat damn near close to 300, and play adequate enough defense at third base. Will be a winning team. Now, Davis will be batting fifth just to bounce off that righty. The only problem with that, it drops down Dominic Smith, because you don't want to have 3 left-handers in a row. That's going to be just hell sometimes when a left-handed pitcher comes in. It's just going to give them the inning. So pretty much Davis batting fifth, batting sixth will be Dominic Smith, becoming one of our better hitters on the team. I could see him batting sixth in this lineup. Is it the best for him? No, not necessarily. I don't like him being that low in the lineup. I do like him being around the 5th number. So with him batting 6, it drops him down a little bit lower. But I think he's still going to be productive, because he's going to hit he's a hitter, and he's going to hit, and he's going to translate wherever he's at in the lineup. Batting number 7, you can mix and match it either way you want to do it. If you want to have 2 lefties batting back to back again with Smith, because he's so left-handed dominant in the team, Smith, and then Nimmo batting 7. Reason why I'll do it this way, because like I said, Nimmo offensive base percentage is always at 400. Meaning that's the type of person you want higher in the lineup. But because he's not one of our better hitters, we easily have 5 better hitters, maybe 6 better hitters than him in this lineup. Because he's not one of our better hitters, he have to hit in the lower tier of this lineup. You would almost waste this guy if you bat him 8 because the reason why is the pitcher behind him. We're not trying to give the pitcher an RBI situation. Maybe he'll bunt him over, but our best bet is to put him in front of RBI hitters. So I have to bat him 7th in front of McCann's, just to give McCann's opportunity to score, to drive in this run. We'll be batting 2 left-handers back-to-back, which is not conventional. It's pretty much not what I want. And a lot of other teams don't have this much left-handers in their lineup, but we do. So we have to find a way to configure it the best way possible. So this is a lineup that I tinkered with, and I think could rock a night or two, but maybe not throughout the whole season. But I'll be batting Nimmo 7th, just so I don't waste the guy and I don't have his on-base percentage not being used for what it should be used for, to be driven in and be put on base. And then with that, of course, number 8 will be right-hander James McCann, playing catcher, and he'll be batting in number 8 for us. So I'll repeat letter A again. Number 1, Lindor, switch hitting. Number 2, Alonso, right-hander. Number 3, McNeil, left-hander. Number 4, Conforto, left-hander. Number 5, J.D. Davis, right-hander. Number 6, Dominic Smith, left-hander. Number 7, Nimmo, another left-hander. And number 8, McCann's right-handed. Rounding it up, okay? Let's move on to letter B now, all right? The way letter B is constructed is a little bit different. Once again, we can't avoid the lefty-righty and the 2 lefties back-to-back, because once you bat Lindor leadoff, instead of 2nd or 3rd, now we can't split McNeil. We can't have McNeil leading off. We have to put him a little bit lower. So with that being lower, one of our top hitters, easily top 3, he's going to bump into Conforto a lot, okay? And so, with that, I have leading off, of course. This is what it's all about. Lindor batting first and utilizing him to the best of his abilities. Leadoff hitter, Lindor, switch hitter, playing shortstop. Number 2 would be McNeil, okay? Now, McNeil, like I said, doesn't take a lot of pitches. He's up there hacking from pitch 1, which is fine. Usually you want your second place hitter to take some more pitches to help the first place hitter, who's usually a speed guy, potentially steal base, see more pitches, help set up the table for other guys. But that's not how baseball is played anymore. Everything changed. NBA changed, football changed. All these things changed as far as how they view the game being played. So now the stolen base is no longer really a thing that much. So we don't need a second place hitter to take pitches, so the first place hitter could like find a way to get to second base free of charge, or potentially run himself out of an inning. So McNeil's up there hacking, and he's going to try to move Lindor over regardless, and try to get a base hit, and more so than just moving him over and just sacrificing himself. He's going to try to hit because he's a hitter. So even though McNeil's at second, he's not conventionally the best second place hitter for what the game used to be, but he's perfect in what the game is now as far as just straight up hitting. Every position now needs a hitter in it, and it's just that plain and simple. So McNeil batting second, left-handed. Number 3, best hitter in the team, Conforto, Michael Conforto. I'll have him just this way. I'm splitting up the righties and lefties. It's going to be 2 back-to-back lefties, but then is going to help get our top hitters to the early part of the lineup, because I'm going to be having a right-hander behind him, so you already know who's going to be. But our left-hander right here is going to be Conforto batting third, our best hitter on the team. Enough said. We're going to be in a power position. He's going to be in a position where he's going to have 2 great hitters in front of him. He's always going to be in an RBI situation. So with that, I'm totally fine with that. This sets him up again, like I said, in the other lineup to drive in 100 runs at least. I think the other lineup he might be able to drive in 120. This lineup he will be able to drive in 100, which regardless is great. Okay. Pete Alonso will be batting number 4. He's a big bopper. He's a right-handed. This helps break up the 2 left-handers, so it won't be 3 in a row. And he's one of our better hitters, and rightfully so. Enough said. He goes number 4. Number 5, and this is why this lineup is important in getting our top hitters up to the top of the lineup, and our top 5 hitters are going to be in the top 5 positions in the lineup, will be Dominic Smith. He'll be pretty much protecting Alonso. So our 3, 4, 5 will be Conforto lefty, Alonso righty, and Dominic Smith lefty, batting number 5. All right. He's going to be in the RBI position with all these great hitters in front of him, and I do see a potential 100 RBI season from him. All right, band number 6 would be, I was playing around with this. I have 2 options here, okay? We could make it righty-lefty, righty-lefty, and then put Davis, band number 6, behind Dominic Smith. They're good friends and stuff like that. He's a good hitter. Maybe Davis have a bounce-back season. Or just make it lefty-lefty again, and put Nimmo there, right, with his on-base percentage, and his very valuable on-base percentage with the way Moneyball is being played and the way the game is played now. You just want guys that's going to get on base, period. Whichever way, walks, hitting, whatever, whichever way they could get on base, okay? Let's put Nimmo number 6, okay? You have Nimmo number 6 band behind Smith, and then you put J.D. Davis. You put some RBI guys behind him. J.D. Davis, James McCann's behind him, 2 right-handers. It's totally fine. Now you got 2 guys in the RBI position with a guy that gets on base, and it's going to give them more RBI situations to play with, and it's going to deepen the lineup and stretch the lineup a little bit. I understand the value of the righty-lefty, the balance to keep a manager's decision to bring a pitcher in a little bit more difficult. I get it. Totally makes sense. But I think just to make this lineup a lot better, let's put Nimmo number 6. Left-hander right behind Smith. Number 7 would be J.D. Davis. He's in the RBI position now because you got these great hitters in front of him. And then you got Nimmo, who's an on-base machine, in front of him. And then now you're going to just put Davis in the RBI position, in position to win and be successful. Then behind him, after he's number 7, behind him you have number 8, James McCann. And once again, you put him in an RBI situation with all these great hitters in front of him. So I think that's how I construct this lineup. With Lindor batting first, it'll be Lindor, switch hitter. Number 2, McNeil, left-hander. Number 3, Conforto, left-hander. Number 4, right-hander, Alonso. Number 5, Dominic Smith again, left-hander again. All right, number 6, Nimmo, left-hander. Number 7, J.D. Davis, and a right-hander. And number 8, McCann's right-hander. I think that's a strong lineup there. I think out of the 2 of them, this is probably the one I like. I think the first one is more to set up success for Alonso. This one right here is set up success for the whole entire team. All right, so let me know which one you prefer. Choose between A and B. I'll write down the information down in the bottom. All my information as far as reaching out to me, contacting me. I thank people that contact me or reach out to me or whatever, or want to collaborate with me. I'm definitely open for that. Definitely willing and, you know, trying to build this channel up just like everybody else, man. So listen, if you're looking to collaborate, definitely hit me up. I'm definitely available and definitely willing to listen. All right. But if you like what you the lineup you want to choose, just definitely leave in a comment. Let me know, A or B. And if you like what you hear, definitely like, subscribe, tell a friend, and share. All right. I'm your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, Devereaux Davis. Nice chatting with you. Peace.